Coming to you live for the Build Ford Tough Studio. Boomer Esiason, Greg Giannotti. It's Boomer and Gio on the Fan. Simulcast across the country on CBS Sports Network and wherever you are in the free Odyssey app. Good Wednesday morning. We had a Joe Shane press conference yesterday. We had a Knicks loss to the Celtics, which always sucks. We got a huge NFL game tomorrow night. The Jerry Recca will be calling the Cowboys and the Lions, and we had some WFAN news yesterday that hit the papers, or the digital papers, if you will. And, I see it on my phone. I put on the radio station. I'm expecting someone to say something about it at some point. And no, it was just Giants phone calls. So that was interesting. Well, that's not what we're going to do today, because I think it's weird that this stuff is out there. People are reading it, and no one says anything about it. So we'll talk about it. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, G. I'm doing well. I guess the third time is the charm for Craigie. Where's he been? He's only been in witness protection or something over the last, 2 years, 3 years?
He was on FS1. Yes.
How long was he gone for?
That's a guy. Was it 2
Al,
years?
Al, you I guess you didn't want to talk about it this morning?
I did bring it up with Jerry, yes.
You did? Like, what'd you say?
I said, tune in for Boomer and Gio. They're going to break it down.
It does. It's a really weird time around here at WFAN because the Infinity Broadcast Network is going. We've talked about that already. And that was a decision that was made probably, months ago. And unfortunately, those folks that work there were all told about their fate. Mm-hmm. And, we've had to deal with a little bit of that. And that's never easy for the people that have been working for a long time and now have to look for other jobs. And that sucks. It's like being in a locker room and a guy gets cut. Or, you go through an entire training camp. Everybody's busting their ass trying to make a team. And all of a sudden, it comes down to the last few cuts, and guy that you think is going to make it doesn't make it, and it's just hard to say goodbye. You built this relationship over like 8, 9, 10 weeks in the summer, and then all of a sudden somebody has to go. But this is different because this is the livelihood of people that have worked here for a long time. A number of people have already come up to me and told me about their fate at the end of December, and it's not easy. It really isn't. And I always tell them the same thing. I said, guys, I've been fired, I've been cut, I've been benched. And I just keep going. You just got to keep your head down. You got to keep going. You look for the next opportunity. And that's the thing. You can never be comfortable in a business like this.
Yeah. I mean, the business changes all the time. There's been lots of shows that have been on after us, after we started together in January of 2018. But I think that the way the business is now and the way that things are going now, over the last couple of months, there are so many people that I have worked with for a really long time that are not going to be here. So this feels different than every other time. And I understand why. Like, when the business is explained to you and how things are going and the business is strong, it's just that it's different, and it's not the same as it was in the 90s.
It's not what it was back in 2007
right.
when I started.
And it's not to say that the business isn't strong. We're doing great. The radio station's doing great. WFAN is as strong as ever. It's just that it's changed, and the way that people are used in the digital side of things and what matters and all of those things that go on. It's just that it's time to sort of reimagine what is happening in certain areas, not all areas, and it's tough. I mean, guys that you were doing interviews with Imus for many years before working here in 2007. I walked in September of 2005 as an intern, to a couple of people here that, I'm not going to see in January, that I've been a part of the radio station with for that long, 20 years.
It's not us who are the victims of this. They are.
Yeah.
We feel terrible for them.
Right.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
So we're not the victims in this by any stretch of the imagination. They are.
No,
and that's why you try to tell them. You just from your own personal experience what you've been through, what I've been through, and you try to give them words of inspiration to give them a fighting chance to find somewhere else in this business, because there are other avenues to go, as Craig has found out. Craig went places, did different things. I make fun, but nobody was watching. The shows didn't do well, and now he's going to come back and do what he does best, and that is, WFAN radio locally, He's as entertaining as anybody that there is in radio. I know that, you know that, and he's coming back. So I mean, it's been. This was in the works years. I mean, when he left, there was just too much money for him to turn down, and I don't want to speak for him, but I do know that's why he left. It was a national platform, and the money that Fox was paying him, WFAN couldn't afford that. So he went there. He stayed there for 3 years, I think, or 3 or 4 years, had 2 different shows, and now he's going to come back and do what he does best, and that is extemporaneous thought on a radio show for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, and once all that stuff is confirmed, there'll be press releases and all the other pieces will fit, and I'm not sure exactly how everything is shaking out. I don't even know if those decisions on how everything is shaking out have been made, and I hope that the people that in this sort of musical chairs thing can find either a spot here within the company, whatever it may be, land on their feet, because they're all, there's really nobody here I could say that I'm not getting along with or don't root for, and that's what makes it so hard, when you see some of the guys that, you may not see again. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be another, it's another lineup, and a lot of people are staying, and I'm excited for the lineup, but also very sad that something else had to change. I mean, as you think about it, there's been a lot of, different midday combinations and afternoon combinations while we've been sitting here. None of them are easy on the people that are involved, and we just try to keep doing what we're doing. But, just like, when I feel like it's almost like Joe Shane, when you're standing up there answering the questions about things, and, we're going to be here. He might not be there, Joe Shane, but you're conscious of everybody that's involved. And yeah, I mean, it just, I hope that it's addressed more today, because it's just so strange. And it was really, really tough for those guys in the midday yesterday to have that story come out while they're on the air is just like the worst case scenario. So I really felt for them in that, because their futures are being discussed on, major platforms, and they're sitting there doing their show. It's like, God.
Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, and again, it's I don't know how you would address it if you were them. I guess you'd have to acknowledge it in some way, shape, or form. Because their lives are going to change, and I think for the most part, reading some of the snippets in the Post and also on The Athletic, most of it seems to be pretty accurate from where I sit. I mean, I haven't heard anything officially. Nobody has come into my office. Don't say anything. Don't do this. Not one person has said one word to me in regards to any of this in terms of not talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if this was inaccurate, I think we would have gotten a phone call yesterday saying, hey, when you guys go on tomorrow morning, just want you to know that this is inaccurate.
Right.
Nobody called me yesterday.
Right.
Nobody said anything, and I read what everybody else read. I wanted to wait until we saw each other this morning to discuss the accuracy of what we saw yesterday, and it seems to be pretty accurate as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, same here. I mean, there was nobody saying, hey, this is bad reporting. None of this is happening. Craig's not coming back. Make sure you go on
somebody's
there.
agent said something to somebody, and then the next thing, the ball starts rolling down the hill, and then guys like, Chris Olivero and David Marinek and Ryan Hurley, the people that make decisions like this, they're the ones that, have to deal with the aftermath of it, because if they're trying to be honest with people, which I think for the most part they have been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that this caught anybody like blindsided yesterday.
Yeah,
The timing of it was bad for other people to know, but I don't think anybody was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this just happened.
No, and when you work here, when you work anywhere, everybody kind of knows, like, you have the scuttlebutt on everything. It seems like I try to keep my nose out of it. But,
yeah, okay.
But in this particular instance, I know anyway. I don't know. I can't speak for the rest of you guys. I know Al has different relationships than I do. He's been around working with these people a lot longer than I have. But for me, none of it is surprising. I heard that there have been face-to-face conversations with people about their future here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, like, nobody's hiding, nobody's backstabbing, nobody's not doing the right thing. It's just a hard thing to do.
Yeah. I'm holding back a sneeze here, just so
you
you
are?
know. Yeah, that's why I was
wondering what
acting
you're
weird.
like. You're giving.
Yeah, I
like
was
the
trying
nose.
not to sneeze. I know, and you were looking at me, and I was just trying my best. So if I sneeze, that's what's happening. Right.
It's just a really hard thing, especially when you're trying to be professional and you're trying to tell people what your decision is. And like I likened it to getting cut or benched, having that conversation with the coach trying to be open and honest with you, and then you saying, how many times we've heard people say, if they would just come to me and tell me, then I could deal with it. Well, from what I understand, people here that are making decisions are going to people face-to-face, sitting down with them, letting them know.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. This was not something that he came around the corner and got completely blindsided. This was not, the left tackle with a right-handed quarterback, doing a Olay block and a defensive lineman, slamming you in the back with a sack fumble. There was definitely some conversations, and people knew what was going on. I don't know how, the rest of the year shakes out. I have no clue what the shows will be. I guess the decisions that have to be made with those particular individuals, but I'm guessing January. I mean, that I don't know.
I know we're back here, January 5th?
Well, we're coming in on January 2nd to do that Football Friday, and then we'll be back the 5th, right? Monday the 5th.
Right.
So
thinking Monday the 5th, I know there have been no official announcements. But again, like I said, everything that was reported yesterday, not one person reached out to me from the company and said, hey, by the way, you need to know that this is inaccurate.
Right. And please, when you go on the air, let everybody know that.
Yeah, that hasn't happened. So I'm assuming that without anybody calling me and discussing it with us, you, me, or Al, anybody call you, Al? Sometimes you get calls.
I did not hear.
You didn't get a call? Not at all?
I did not, no.
Yeah. You're just like trying to stay on the outside of this periphery guy.
Gio called me to see if I had heard anything. That was my only call I got.
Oh, you got a call from Gio?
I did.
All right. He didn't call me.
Well, the reason why was like
We're scuttlebutt guys.
I know you guys are 100% scuttlebutt. I can't believe. I didn't even get a call from either one of you guys or a text.
Well, I figured I would talk on. This is honestly, and I know you don't understand this, like the things that I wanted to talk about yesterday about this particular thing, you didn't have the same interest in as Al did. Like, I was talking about this certain, like, the story's out and they're not talking about it, and am I missing something or whatever?
Oh, you talking about the guys on the air?
Yeah, like, just like those things. And I
Sal and BT in particular.
Right, and then
yes.
Evan and Tiki, did you hear they say anything?
Did they say anything or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. I would have seen it somewhere.
I'm obviously, they all read it.
Yeah, I had asked on Twitter this morning, and people said that Evan just kept saying no comment.
Yeah, isn't that strange, though? It's like we sit here, we talk about everything. Like jobs of people in sports.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. He's not afraid to say, get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy from the Mets. Oh, the Nets suck, get rid of him, get rid of that guy. I mean, you can't talk. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, honestly. I understand that those guys make, like the professional athletes make a lot more money, and sometimes we feel emboldened to talk about it a little bit more because of that, but still strange. I mean, just no comment. I mean, aren't we in the entertainment business too? Like,
we're in the commentary business.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, it's like people want to hear what's going on, but yeah, I didn't want to bother.
Yeah, so it sounds like the Maniac's coming back again for a third time. Third time's the charm.
Well, I mean, the first two times went okay, right? Better than okay.
Yeah, 100%.
But when you say third time's a charm, it almost feels like,
maybe this would be it. Okay, we're finally happy. We went and did all of our stuff, and now we're back, and we're going to be settled in.
Yeah, I didn't realize how old he was now.
Oh, he's an old son of a bitch.
He projects much younger than his age. Sort of like Al, too. But like when in the articles, it was like, Craig Carton, 56. I was like, what? Well, he's 56 now?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, he's always like only like a few years older than me, but he's like 13 or 14.
Yeah, but you figure he's 56 and he lives like a dog's life. You know what I mean? He's lived like 15 different lives.
Like, is that a cat's life or is that a dog's life?
That's like a dog's life.
Dog years would be that he was older than his age.
Yeah, but he's lived a life like in dog years. Everything that he's been through.
I understand. So it's been more years. Yeah. So it's bittersweet type of thing. Always excited about.
It's got a little chunkier though. It's one thing I've noticed.
All of us are up and down. At least I am. I'm an up and I'm a down.
No, but he's definitely gotten chunkier.
Yeah, it happens.
Every now and then I see one of his Instagram posts, and he's really talking hardcore sports.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him do a couple things. The Rashee Rice thing, and that wasn't all like hardcore sports, I guess. But yeah, hardcore sports.
He is like, I mean, is that what he's going to be? Al, do you expect a different Craig or no? The same Craig?
I would think the same guy.
The same guy.
Yeah.
Not really getting into the hardcore sports weeds that he's been doing like the last 3 years. I think that's what
I don't
he's been
think so,
doing.
yeah.
No.
Well, he definitely had to do that on FS1, right? That's what they were trying to get.
I mean, like if you hire the guy, you want him to be the guy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, it was like that when he was doing the one show with the guy Danny Parkins, who was like super sports guy. I was like, that can't last for a long time because they're totally different people.
And Mark Schlereth was in the middle of that.
Yeah. Because like Danny's Danny's a guy that I've known and have talked to. I can't even talk to him off the air. He's talking to so much goddamn sports. I'm like, Jesus, man, you got something else going on?
Well, I mean, it was supposedly a sports talk show, right?
No,
I know. Basketball or something. What was it called?
No, basketball was a movie that was made by the South Park guys.
Oh, okay.
Breakfast Ball.
Oh, Breakfast Ball
is what it was. So you really like slamming that whole thing, don't you? You get joy out of that.
I don't get joy out of it.
I just would like to, if Craig is listening to this, I would just like to separate myself from that particular thing because, it's tough. I mean, Boomer, I feel like could slam it. I don't want to do that.
I'm not trying to slam it. I'm just saying he won hardcore sports, and he's more entertaining.
Right? Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
So is he going to work with CMAC? Is that what the word is?
Yeah. Well, that's what the article said, and I guess. Yeah, I mean they worked together before, right? It was
he was on the other side of the glass.
Yeah, and he also, but he was a part of the show. Like he spoke a lot, he did singing things, like whatever it was, and he's also now done years of overnight shows, so he's got the experience. Plus, he did overnight shows prior to that on the weekends. He's done Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I mean,
is he a whipping war guy?
Yeah, he can be.
Oh boy,
he can be. But he's got. Like, if you're making a scale of whipping war guys,
yeah,
and I'm putting a 10 on Evan.
I'm 10 on BT.
Yeah.
Well, he may be a 10 plus.
Yeah, I'm putting a 7.
He was talking about fastball velocity yesterday for David Williams.
He was. But, yeah, so you've got if those guys are 10s, I'd say C-Mac's like a 7 on a whipping war guy. But he's also adaptable, I think. Like he can adapt really well, and he's funnier.
He's an adapter.
Yeah, he's funnier than he projects. If that makes sense.
No, I know. I hear it.
Yeah. No, and that's like something like that should be noted from a guy who was. You know how he got involved with the radio station? By the way,
they had a free buffet.
Oh my God. Low-hanging fruit spot. This is how he got involved. Like I don't know if I don't even know if you guys know this.
Do they have an afternoon name for the show?
Well, hold on. Can I get through one thing before you end up slamming something else? For God's sakes, I'm trying to do a nice thing here.
All right.
So it was me, Sal, Brian Monzo, and Malusis. I feel like I've got like survivor's guilt here telling this story. But anyway, so it was all of us going to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in an elevator.
Yep.
And here's C-Mac in an elevator. We had never met him before.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, my God, that's Mark Malusis."
Oh, that's right. I think I heard this in Vegas. I think, yeah.
And we were all in this elevator, and he's like, "Hey, I want to get into the business, this and that. I'm a Long Island guy. I'm a big listener. Is there anything we could do?" And, we got his email address or gave Eddie's email address to him and said, tell him that, we met you and give it a shot.
There you go. You passed it off to Eddie. So it was Eddie was the guy. Did you guys go down to the buffet? I mean, was that where you were headed?
No, I don't know where he was headed, but yeah, that's how it happened. That chance meeting in Las Vegas, and then he obviously emailed Eddie and got an opportunity, and now is gonna allegedly.
I mean, has Craig even spoken about any of this?
No, if I were him, I wouldn't.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Because he's directly involved in.
And you're saying everything that is to be said anyway. So
I'm just saying, like, is he going to say something on a show on Fox? Or it's not on Fox anymore, right? He's on
He does a podcast now.
Yeah, what is that? That is
the podcast.
Yeah,
The Craig Carton show podcast.
So he could say something on there.
I would suppose so, yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to continue to do that and work here?
That I don't know.
Or is this, you know, you have no idea?
I haven't heard, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are we paying him for his content?
It's a good point.
Right.
Eddie, you seem like this was like talking about it was like you're giving me the vibe that you don't like the fact that we had to talk about this today.
Oh no, I'm enjoying it actually.
Oh, okay.
Because you're actually saying stuff where everybody else
Well, yeah.
is afraid to.
Because you were like saying, so you guys are confirming this now? Like I got like a tone in
No,
there.
no,
that was like,
I was actually enjoying it.
oh, okay.
What are they going to call the show? Chunky Monkeys?
Oh my God, Jesus. Listen, we're not exactly freaking twigs.
I'm a big guy. I've always been a big guy.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, well, it'd be Carton and C-Mac, I guess, right?
Carton, that doesn't work.
Why not? Craig and Evan, you thought worked?
Well,
Something I would like to know.
yes. Whose
we're
name
talking
goes
about
first?
Something I would like to know is,
It's got to be Carton. It's something. It's Carton something.
well,
right?
yeah, of course, yeah. But hold on. Something I would like to know is what was the dynamic between, are we bringing back Craig and Evan? Like, was that conversation, and who decided we're not doing that again?
I wanted to know if they had that. Somebody decided that they were going to bring back Boomer and Carton. Nobody said anything to me. I mean, did they have that conversation?
Not this time.
Oh,
I think it did in the past.
Okay.
Maybe, but not this time. Yeah, there was a time that was going to be like bring it back in the afternoons, and then I would sit here with somebody who would probably be fired by now. That's what happens to everybody else, I guess. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I that's what I want to know is that because Craig and Evan were a show that had success.
Yeah, but Evan and Tiki are doing well.
Yeah, but that's what I would like to know.
I would think that, because of the time slots and everything, Evan now can go and score all the games. He can go to all the basketball games. He can do everything he wants to do now, and he's back into a spot where, he created Midday with Joe. Like, they had a great run.
They did. Yep. And he probably enjoys, now I don't, there's salary structures and stuff I can't speak to.
I can't imagine they're moving him and taking money away from him.
I don't think so. I mean, I could imagine that would be a fear, but probably wouldn't happen. But he's got those are great hours for him if he's going to be the going to games geek that he is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
It really does work for him.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah, that could be part of it too. And then I like are Morash and Loogie a part of that? That's actually something I have no idea what's going on with that.
Maybe Morash works with Tiki and Evan because they got a good thing going there.
Yeah.
Maybe Loogie goes the overnights. Sal takes the evenings.
No, I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
I don't know how many jobs there's going to be over there now, but who knows?
Well,
I hope everybody that's still here has an opportunity to stick around if there's enough jobs. But yes, Eddie?
No, nothing. No.
Oh, okay. You were reaching
you
for
looked
something.
like you were reaching for something.
I was. I thought better of it.
You thought, okay.
Well, you had nothing to lose. Now you can empty the clip at this point. Geez. Like, what do you have to lose at this point? Nothing. Right? Like, if you made an off-color joke, like, really, with all the celebration that we're going to give you for you actually leaving on your own terms, like, you could throw something else in that file right now. It'd be fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. Why are you staring at him like that?
I don't know.
You were locked in on him.
Yeah, I know. I was just
You were
waiting for him to say
absolutely
something.
locked in.
And he backed off.
Okay. So let's.
All right, so we got to reset the program. We got to talk a little bit about Joe Shane.
We will. We got Jerry's update.
Yep.
And we'll get into the Giants and all of that and the Knicks and everything. Coming up next, it's Boomer and Gio on the Fan and CBS Sports Network.